What's going on, team? Welcome to today's vlog. Today's vlog, we catch up with Zack, George, and then his girlfriend as well joins, and it's actually a load of fun. Obviously, after all the news of CrossFit only taking the top 20 males, top 20 females, and the sanctioned event winners, and not the national champions, Zack George, obviously the national champion of the UK. He's currently sat in 26th worldwide on the leaderboard. We just got his thoughts on it and other things that have been happening in quarantine. So enjoy this kind of interview, FaceTime, and smash that like button. We've missed Zack. Hold on, again, jazzing. Your H2O in this morning?
Yeah, hay fever's killing me this morning.
Your Wi-Fi's terrible. So what's up with your Wi-Fi?
Honestly, we don't have that fibre optic, so it's just so slow.
The same as my dad's house.
Boss.
Yeah, and then I wrote on the bottom of it.
Oh. Ledge.
So anytime I drink a coffee now, it's just... Your biceps are looking huge on these small pixels. It's not high definition, but, I mean, they still look huge.
I'm still doing my 100 curls every morning.
Have you trained?
No, I'm going to do 25 cal bike in 1 minute rest for 30 minutes. I'm going to do that row and handstand press up one.
Oh, yes. Do you reckon you can get 10 rounds?
I reckon, it's going to be harder than the assault bike and handstand press one, is it? Oh, I don't know.
I don't know, because I did it the other day and it was like 8 rounds-ish, 8+ rounds. But when I was doing it, I did the first round in a minute. So I was like, it's definitely e-moldable.
I think for me, it's because it's all down to handstand press-ups. It doesn't really matter if it's 10 cal row with it or 10 cal bike, because I can just poot along and get that done quite easily. It's whether I can do 10 strict handstand press-ups every minute, and I can do that now as an EMOM, so I think I'll be able to do it.
You should try. It's 15 cal row, 10 strict handstand press-ups every minute on the minute.
It's 15 row, isn't it? I thought it was 10. Oh, yeah. Hard.
Yeah. Anyway, let's talk about you and the worst workout you've done this quarantine. It's like we were visiting the other day.
The hour EMOM.
If anybody completes this and does an hour and 2 minutes, Zack will then do an hour and 3.
Oh, please don't do it. It's an hour. For an hour. The first minute 20 cal row. The second minute 15 burpees. Repeat for 1 hour.
What?
And yeah, by far the hardest mental battle I've ever had in a workout. It was horrendous. Every part of the workout went slow.
It's like one of those ones where to me it looks like one of those ones where you get 4 minutes in, you've done 2 rounds and go, oh, I'm in for it now.
Yeah, because literally there's no real easy part of the workout. It's not like the first 20 minutes are easy. It's pretty much hard all the way through. And I did it with about 4 or 5 other groups on House Party, and that made a big difference because they were all trying to get their own reps, and obviously everyone was suffering. But the last kind of 15 minutes were just horrendous.
It's always better when you're suffering with the others.
Yeah, I don't know if I would have finished it if I was on my own. I don't know if I would have finished it, but having the people around you, just even just the odd shout, just saying, come on, keep going, just makes such a big difference. But and then everyone was like, what are we going to do next week? I was like, nothing, I'm resting next Sunday, because my training Monday and Tuesday was just ruined because I was just battered. And I was like, I'm just resting, not doing any more stupid challenges.
Yeah, because you're training, you do it with your box and your friends, right, on Zoom, and then you have it turned into just training now into Sunday challenges.
Yeah, so literally the first sort of Sunday workout was nice and steady, just maybe some rowing intervals, and then it was who can do the fastest rowing intervals, and then we made up a knockout workout. So I think it was 500 meter row, 15 burpees every 4 minutes, and then you add 100 meters on every time. So then it was last man standing, and then we did right, let's just do an hour EMOM, and it would just get more stupid. And then next week let's do 1,000 burpees. I was like, no, that's it. It's just going to be a normal rest day. Yeah, I'm out. I had enough of this. It's making me too tired on a Sunday.
Let's talk about the games. Obviously, you've had the bad news. We learned that you got the bad news whilst having some good news.
Yeah, well, I was having date night with Sam, and I was just on my dessert, and then literally my phone was just going mental. So, well, obviously we decided, like, we don't want to be on our phones. It's date night. Let's just, obviously stay off the phones. But then the phone's going mental. I was like, right, I've got to have a look at this because something's not right. And then, everyone was just kind of going mental and just like really angry for me, obviously because they knew I wouldn't make a spot. So half the messages were kind of asking if I was going to make that cut because I was quite high up in the open. And then the other half were just either upset or very angry for me. And I was pretty kind of chilled out, to be honest, because everyone knows I'm pretty chilled out all the time anyway. But I've kind of made the mental decision as soon as like COVID happened that the game is not going to go ahead how it should be. And one of like the benefits of me making the games is experiencing it with my friends, family, like you guys. That's like a massive part of me getting to the games, is being able to share that experience with everyone who are close to me. So when they announced there wasn't going to be spectators, I've kind of said, right, it's not going to be what I expect this year. It's not going to be the end result I wanted. So whatever happens, happens. And I'm already focusing on next year and qualifying again.
I mean, everyone knows your story on this channel. When we did like 17.1 together, you've worked
and I died
in the industry for like 6 years to achieve going to the games. And then you got your spot this year, and then it kind of all like this all happened. And it's crazy to see how much like your whole dream, like you would say, was to go to the games. Like over that 6 years, you've worked every session to do that, and you got it. But then you see the bigger picture, and you're like, oh well,
Yeah, obviously, yeah. The bigger picture of the whole thing is that obviously people's lives are changing dramatically, whether they've lost jobs or they've lost loved ones. So yeah, like the main thing now is just people are healthy and safe, really. Not going to this competition, obviously it's going to be gutting, but there's a lot more people out there who are worse off than I am, just not being able to make this competition. So yeah, you just got to kind of get your head down and just carry on working as hard as you can. And I think a big thing for me qualifying for the games is giving me that confidence that I should be a games athlete, and I've got the ability to be able to do that. So it's kind of like the shift change when you made it to regionals in 2018. It's like, right, I'm good enough to be a regional athlete, and your mindset sort of changes because you know you can do it. And that's sort of the same sort of shift now. I've qualified for the games. I might not have like the end result of competing at the games, but at least I know deep down I'm that sort of athlete that is capable of getting to the games. So there's no reason why an extra sort of 6 months of hard work I should be even better and qualify hopefully in an easier situation than I did this year. So
close. And for the games close.
Oh no, I'm going to miss out on all my game stash. I can't believe it. I might just message.
Send it out anyway.
Yeah, message Cash just saying, excuse me, this is my address. I'll be awaiting my clothes.
Could I have a goodie bag, please, for taking part?
Yeah. That would be a nice touch, wouldn't it, if they still sent out all the clothes?
Castro, sort it out.
Yeah. Yeah. But obviously there's no point getting angry or upset about the situation because we've got no control over it. So it's only going to eat away at yourself if you kind of keep thinking about it and they've took my chance away. And then that's just probably going to affect your mindset and your training going forward.
Do you feel fit right now? Do you feel fitter than ever?
Yeah, I was fitter now than I was in the Open.
Oh, dangerous.
Yeah, because I've done all my retests. So, but yeah, so I've just got to kind of tailor that back a bit now because obviously I was ramping it up for the games. But the Open is 6 months away if it happens in October.
Yeah, which I think it won't. And we think it will be moved back to where it was previously to give people time to get back to boxes and stuff.
Yeah, because I don't think gyms are going to be open until August, September time, I don't think. So that would give people, right, you've got a month.
Yeah. Good luck.
Unless the open workouts just suddenly decrease in standard, they're a lot easier.
How's your swimming going?
Probably horrendous because I haven't been in 3 months. And I need to swim regularly to be able to swim. Yeah. So if a swim did come up in Aromas and I was there, yeah, that wouldn't be good. I would need some help.
Are you a floater or a sinker?
I'm 100% a sinker. And when I'm swimming, I'm just trying not to sink and move.
You wouldn't even be able to get armbands over your arms. You'd need like those kids
Yeah.
that go around their waist
Yeah,
on your arms.
that looks so ridiculous.
Yeah, it needs a noodle.
Is there a swim? Is there anywhere to swim around the Romas?
I've never been. I've no idea.
I think it's going to be. I think it's going to change massively till now and then anyway.
Yeah.
Because the situation is changing all the time. With flight restrictions, I don't know if you know most people are going to be able to fly.
Because you're 26 right now, right? Worldwide.
26, yeah.
Yeah.
Is it
so I think
have to accept?
Yeah, people get emails. So I think if everyone who was going team still went team and did that event that Rich Froning is doing, I would filter back to 21st, which is tight.
Yeah. Because left Bandis or whatever got banned, so he's gone.
Yeah, then you've got Froning team, Scott Panchik team, Roy Gamboa team, Roman Krenikov. I don't know if he accepts, but he can't fly anywhere.
It's on the travel restrictions from Australia. Dave Brown may not go as well either. And then say if you get the invite, because obviously the emails are coming out today, tomorrow. Would you take it?
Yeah,
you're more of a high risk, I would say. Even though like you're super fit, your allergies and everything is probably not. I mean,
yeah, like I've got pretty much every allergy under the sun, so I'd either go and just performance would be massively affected, and I'd be like,
somebody give the guy the Taylor.
No, I would accept, but I'd accept knowing that I don't even know if I can fly. Like I still would have the mindset of that I'm pretty much not going to go because with the whole situation.
Okay.
I would accept not getting my hopes up and be like, I've accepted, I'm definitely going to the games now. I think no one's going to know until kind of July, end of June time if we're going to be able to fly to different places. Yeah. So yeah, I'd accept, but I wouldn't get my hopes up.
Yeah.
But it is pretty close. There is still a strong chance I could get the invite. I think I don't know what happens if people do accept their invite and they can't fly. Does it then filter back, or do they just? Yeah. So, but you're not going to be able to know if you can fly till late. So then they're gonna. Yeah, it's all just so up in the air.
Which is the one piece of equipment you are the happiest to have in quarantine at your house? Because we've seen it. We saw you in the cupboard with your rower. We saw you in the bike in the dining room.
Assault bike would be my number one go-to.
Hey, Sam.
Samantha's here.
Hello.
In all pink.
Are you all right?
Yes, thanks. How are you guys?
Yeah, we're good.
We were talking about how Zack might make it, but he might not. But then we were more talking about the dessert that you made him, that when he got the news, he could just chow down on his dessert.
Oh, I don't even think I think he just carried on eating it exactly the same.
Sam was definitely a lot more annoyed than I was, that's for sure.
Oh, yeah. I could have gone on, but he's brilliant. I don't think you could have really taken it any other way, could you?
No, I think that's just my personality. Like, there's not much that really gets me annoyed. Right?
You could tell Zack the world was ending next week and he'd be like, oh, okay.
All right, what do we do now?
Sticky toffee pudding.
Oh, yeah.
I saw it on your
So good.
It looks amazing.
What sort of custard?
It was so good.
Do you
So
No, we had double cream.
They do know I didn't actually make it, right?
Yeah.
Double cream, yeah.
I did that. I asked her. I was like, that looked amazing. Did you cook it all? She was like,
Microwave.
That is the only that I didn't cook.
Do you like my mug?
Yeah, it was the boss.
Wait for it.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
Oh, that's good. I love it.
Yeah.
Oh, look at
I've just worked in a
Oh,
She's going to be a big dog.
yeah, how big does she get?
Oh, yawning. I'm not too sure.
Was it like a last minute thing to get a puppy, or did you have it planned for a while?
No, because obviously with all the travelling, we were like, we're not going to get a dog. And then everything got kind of cancelled, and Jazz was like, I'm going to go look at a dog. And then she came home with a dog.
Well,
So it was
So you went on your own?
Oh, the
last
phone
minute.
call was so funny. She's like, I'm here with the dog.
I drove all the way up to Huddersfield.
yeah, and I was just like, Jazz, if you bring it back, I won't be mad, and if you don't bring it back, I won't be mad. And she was like, okay, bye. Put down the phone.
Tell him. I didn't tell him the whole way home.
I think a dog is that like sort of thing that once you've had one, it's hard to live without one.
Yeah.
No, it's different. Like we've had dogs in the house and in the family and stuff, and you're like, oh, it's a family dog, and you kind of just get on with it and like love it. But when you have your own dog, like honestly, I can't explain it. It's like
you sound like you just had a baby.
So much. He literally loves
different
her.
level. And then the house, we went Monday.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
So you mean you're getting all your gym transferred from Jeff's to the new house? Oh, you got a new one?
Yeah, because obviously he now does his PT clients. The deal
I didn't know that.
would well, I don't know if he's got any left at the moment, but obviously I think from today he can start training again, providing it's outside. But yeah, we decided that we'd leave most of the stuff with him and we'll just get a new one.
Oh, that's nice then.
I'm watching all of your house renovations, getting myself all excited to do the same.
She goes crazy.
I don't. I just do it. Zack does nothing and I do all of it. That's why I'm crazy.
Samantha has no chill.
I do.
So
I can't chill for 24 hours a day.
If we get back, so say whatever, we've been shopping or whatever, and then we're not training for a couple of hours, I'm like, awesome. I can just chill for a couple of hours.
But when you have a house, there's things that you need to do.
But then Sam's like, oh no, I'm going to paint every room in the house. I was like, okay. Because then I'm going to get dragged into painting.
Yeah, but why don't you like it?
Now, no more chill.
You need to like painting.
Guys, get ready, honestly.
And then
it drives you mental.
After an hour, she's like, I can't get the corners. Not doing it.
I just leave it all up there in the bathroom for like the next 2 weeks. Just don't touch
painting
it.
behind the radiator was hilarious.
How are you managed lockdown, both of you? Because obviously you're locked pretty much in the house together like we are. We're getting on great.
We've only really fallen out 3 times, and that's mainly because I lose it with Jeff. It's not actually to do with what I lose it. I'm just like, I'm going.
Yeah, that's just the best option.
I'm going to the next room.
Yeah.
Can't go anywhere else.
No, you've been getting on fine.
Yeah, we're fine. We don't think we've had an argument, have we?
I just bite my tongue every day.
What?
Chilled.
No. We've been getting on fine, and obviously Zack's got his like programming that he's doing, and he's got a lot of calls going on, especially at the minute. And then he'll train twice a day, and I will only train once a day. And then I think it's just decorating. I think I get a bit grumpy that he doesn't do it with me, but then it is kind of like my idea, and I guess I have to just go through it.
I'm the same with packing. I've started packing.
She's the same with washing up, right? Oh, she'll start washing up, pretty much finish washing up, right? And then turn around and go, you did not for washing up. I would literally go, Jazz, do you want me to do the washing up? And she's like, no, I'm pretty much done now.
When I've got like one what is the hell?
I know.
See, I don't think you give me credit. I wash up every day, don't I?
You do, but you do very well. However, you still just leave all the food in the sink and then you don't wipe over the cooker. So I'm like, if you're going to do it, you've got to do it properly. Otherwise, I end up doing it anyway.
But that's like the man's proper way of doing it. You've got to leave a little bit.
Yeah.
All right, Craig.
Yeah.
I'm not going to answer. I'm just going to
How would you know?
smile.
Have you got furniture in there or anything?
Nah, but we bought a sofa. We got the 75-inch TV. I just wanted it to fill the wall.
75.
You're just like Zack. You just want your front room to be perfect, and you don't care about the other rooms. Is it?
75.
What are you doing? We need to upgrade.
I'm taking my back when I can and get a 75-inch.
This has gone from games chat to home decoration vlog.
I shouldn't have joined. It's my fault, problem.
You're so lucky.
See, Sam's come in. It's all gone to pot.
couples therapy and home renovations.
Yeah. Have you got blinds?
Yes.
Yeah, she left the blinds.
Oh, that's good.
Because we didn't have blinds, and then that's really annoying.
You try and make you put bin bags up against the windows, and you look like a rug out.
Yeah. Because it is your first house, it's not something we thought of. And then lying in bed, just thinking, so bright in here. What's going on? And we're like, we need blinds.
You're waking up at 4 a.m.
Yeah, it was so bright, so early.
Yeah, how are you finding it as a gym owner?
Yeah, so obviously we closed in mid-March. And then, there's nothing we can do really. So there's some members that have kept paying just to help support. But then obviously there's other people who are in different sort of situations that they can't keep on helping. But yeah, so we just do, Bruno does a hour fitness class every day, well, Monday to Friday at 12:30 for all the members. And we basically just gave out all our kit to the members. So matting, barbells, plates, kettlebells, dumbbells. And then just got to sort of just get through it really.
Do you think you've become a better athlete in quarantine because it shifted your focus away from strength because you are strong anyway?
Yeah, I think so, because I'm literally just doing, just so much fitness, aren't I?
Yeah. I think when you lift heavy when you've got the boys to train as well. When you're on your own, he sort of ticks over and doesn't obviously push himself with the weight side of things as much.
Yeah,
I think.
Yeah, I think
I'm answering for him. I don't actually know.
When you're with you've got all the guys around you, you just naturally want to lift heavy, isn't it? Because you've got the atmosphere, and when you're on your own, it's like everything just feels heavy.
Yeah.
So definitely feeling fitter.
And he's obviously doing fitness with me, so he's got to try extra hard to keep up.
Keeping him on his toes.
You've got more shredded during quarantine as well, haven't you? Looking at the photo.
Both of you have.
That's good. Yeah, that's because I've been on a diet now for the last kind of 2 months.
The Sam diet. Cook it. She cooks it. You eat it.
Yeah, exactly.
Literally.
So obviously everything was like tailored towards the game. So I wanted to get down to about 96 kilos for the games. But now it's just kind of I'm having a cheat meal once a week now, just because obviously no one knows what's going on. So, but yeah, if I was being super strict, it would be like no cheat meals or anything, or like the cheat meal would be like a few squares of dark chocolate.
Where do you sit at? What weight do you usually sit at? Like 100?
101. 100. Yeah, so then, I have to work pretty hard and got to be really strict to get down to 96.
With me eating a packet of shortbreads next to him. He just doesn't have one, and I'm like, how do you? Well, I know how you do it, but I just.
Yeah, this one. She's like, I'm gonna try and be good for the next couple of days. Okay. 2 hours later, she's got like a massive glass of wine and biscuits.
And you're still shredded. How do you do it?
Yeah.
That's not fair.
I don't know. I'm waiting one day to wake up and be like, oh my God, where the hell did this come from? I do try and keep up with Zack in terms of portions. And then I do also have a glass of wine every now and again.
Snacks. Yeah, I have to be so strict, otherwise my weight just flies up.
Yeah.
So I can't snack on that stuff every day. And then because how like my personality, I'll just go wild and just eat everything. It's got to be like all or nothing.
So what are you going up to now? Are you hoping that the Open is in October and you're like that, or are you still trying to maintain a level so if you do get invited to the games you'll do that? Or
yeah, so I'll still keep everything how it would have been if I was going to the games. I'll just be a little bit more relaxed on my diet. And then, but my main focus will be October for the Open.
Yeah.
But it's always in the back of your mind that it might not be October. Do you know what I mean? It's still like, you just want a solid date for when you know you're working towards something.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'd say my main focus is definitely on next year rather than I might still go to the games this year.
Yeah.
I do think that they're still holding it. Like if you think about the sporting events that get postponed, like the Olympics and all the rest of it, like
yeah.
I mean, I think it's cool that they're still trying to make it happen, but also still, I think it's a little bit mad that they're still trying to make it happen. Like I'm
like
in two minds about it.
Yeah, because they said they've got 30 men, 30 female, but then, like as I was saying the other day, like if you allowed a coach, I'm not sure if they've put rules out there if you can bring a coach, but suddenly that's doubled the numbers. Then you've got camera crew for the media team, then you've got all the judges.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? You're going to have hundreds of people together. It's not just 30 men, 30 women. So just like thinking about people's health and safety, that's probably not a great idea. And then I think to the fairness of, I was speaking to John and Leon, and they were saying how obviously I'm really close to them, so they're really annoyed and like they were angry for me. And Leon was saying like, why should it just be the top 20? Like every other athlete should be seen as equal. Obviously, you've got people who are more likely to win it, but Leon's like, people love to cheer for like the underdog story.
Yeah.
So it's like when Laura Horvath, when she went second at the game, she wasn't like kind of no one really knew about her, and she just came out of nowhere.
Yeah.
So he was saying, why is it different to just having the top 20 compared to everyone else who deserves to be there? So I think it should be kind of everyone at a later date or cancelled or not at all really, just to make it fair for everyone who's qualified.
We all knew that you were going to take down Matt this year. It's just unfortunate that this has just come at the wrong time.
Damn it!
Yeah.
in that one event.
Yeah. How else your training looked in quarantine? Are you just at home double sessioning?
Yeah, I've literally, I think a big factor was trying to keep the same routine as to what I was before. So still trying to train at the same times, and still trying to do as much of the same things as I can from home. So luckily we bought like barbell plates, bought pretty much everything back here. So yeah, it'll be fitness in the morning, and then the weightlifting and gymnastics in the evening, and just trying to keep them to the same times. I think that's just really helped with the transition to being stuck at home.
How's your motivation?
Otherwise,
like people look at you as like Zack George, you know, like the guy that just trains and trains and trains and is a CrossFit athlete, blah blah blah. But like, how has motivation been just being at home?
Yeah, I don't think I've not been too bad really. I think it's definitely harder to start the session when you're at home. I had no idea why, but as soon as I start warming up, it's pretty much the same really. I think the only area of my training sort of suffered a little bit is the weightlifting, but that doesn't matter too much because I'm naturally quite strong anyway. But like, you just don't feel like going as heavy when you're at home, either because you're going to break the patio, dent the garden, or the atmosphere is just not there.
Yeah.
So I think that's the only sort of area that's kind of I've relaxed a little bit, but I'm fortunate that I can sort of let that relax and I'll still be able to lift decent when I get back.
Have you found that, because I obviously know you as like, you know, you have your numbers for like 30 minutes. Have you found like EMOMs have kept you focused, if that makes sense?
Yeah, massively. Yeah, like that's why I love EMOM so much, because I think if I was doing a workout for time, you've not got anyone to race against, so that's like your competitive edge sort of gone. And you just kind of like muddy way through it a little bit, and it's a lot easier to sort of slack off. Whereas in an EMOM, it's just me and a clock, and I've just got to get my reps. Yeah. And I think it's just a lot easier mindset to really push yourself when you're on your own, compared to just doing like a general workout for time.
Because it's I keep seeing you do the bike, burpee, and double under one for 30 minutes, and then every week you're like, oh, one more rep on the bike, one more calorie on the bike. And I'm like, I can see the progression that you're doing just week on week, just from like being like, oh yeah, okay, I'll just do one more calorie on the bike this week. And I'm like,
yeah. So all of that obviously leading up to the game. So now it'll simmer off a little bit, and then just crack on for the Open really, and then hopefully the gyms are open and it happens in October. But then if not, like you said, if you reckon it's going to be to the original Open date, then just enjoy the rest of the year training.
Get fat for Christmas.
Yeah. Get back to 105 kilos and do it all over again.
Well, we all know from your holiday last year, was it? Only took you 2 weeks or whatever.
Yeah, that was. What weight did I go up to?
105.
105 kilos.
And all the blokes, every time when he walked back in the gym, all the lads were like, "Oh my god!"
Yeah. They were like, "Well, how do you put it on that quick?" I was like, "I told you. Look, my love handles." I was like,
and then like he'd never ever bothered about his weight, not like I do sometimes or whatever. But he's laying on the sofa after he got back from holiday. He's like, "Look at this, look at this." And he's like wobbling everything, which is hardly even wobbling. And he's like, "Oh my god!" And he's having an absolute meltdown. I've never seen it before. Like, I was like, "Just don't stress."
And that wasn't even a 2-week holiday. That was when we went to Dubai. So the first kind of 5 days was competing, so I was eating well. It was only like the last 5 days, but we did go to the Cheesecake Factory like 3 days in a row, and was having like giant pizza, giant nachos, like the cheesecakes were huge. Oh, it's so good.
It's one of the best places I think I've ever been.
Yeah,
in terms
it's
of-
amazing.
The only problem is
Oh.
with that place though is that they put the calories of every meal on, so then you always feel bad when you
Yeah.
get past a meal and it's like 2,000 calories. You're like, whoa. Really?
Yeah, like literally, I had the meatballs and it was like 1,900 calories.
Yeah.
And I was like, how is that 1,000? How's that possible?
What have you?
Even the drinks you get there, you get the lemonades, don't you?
Oh yeah, the
refills.
refillable lemonades. Oh, I was having like 3 of them. So my meal every time I was going would have been at least probably 5,000 calories
Yeah.
with the cheesecake, the pizza, the nachos, and about 3 drinks.
Just reminiscing on the past when we could travel around, eh?
Oh, it feels like ages ago, doesn't it?
Yeah. Yeah.
It's insane.
I bet it's crazy for you guys more than you really, because you're traveling every week, aren't you? Really, or every couple of weeks.
Yeah, well, good speaking to you both.
Yeah, you too. Well, we'll have to, do the Zoom air bike thing. Then it forces him to do it. See, he doesn't want to do it. Look at his face.
Yeah, look forward to catching up when we can all meet up and all that.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
We'll might drive over and see you with 2 meters apart. Only we're allowed to see one person at the moment, aren't we?
Yeah, so I'll see Zach, you'll see Sam.
Oh yeah, we can do that. Just go on separate. We'll start.
Yeah, sorted.
You could do an interview from 5 meters away.
Take care, guys. Lovely to see
And
you.
Toodles.
We'll see you soon.
Lovely to see you too.
Bye.
Bye bye.
I don't know how you end this. This is the awkward part. This is like.
Do we just leave or how do you stop? You still got recording.
Yeah, I am. Pause. Stop. Wait, hold on. This is where the meeting gets funny. Yeah, press it. Yeah.
Show you all of the time. I like to